You know, probably most churches in America, if they're like my church, is we have something called a membership. And every year our elders review the membership of the church, and we have classes to become members, and we have a membership roll. This is pretty much the way many churches are run. But out of the running of a typical church comes this question. It's a great question. Do I have to be a member of a local church to be a Christian? I think a lot of our young people ask this today for a lot of reasons. You know, there's kind of this anti-traditional spirit in the church today. You know, we don't want to do things the old way. We want to do them the new way. And so I certainly understand some of the thinking behind that. But part of the question is, do I really need to be a member of a church to be a Christian? And the answer is obviously, absolutely no. The wonderful thing about the Lord is that membership is actually not even in the Bible. If you go into the whole story of the Old and New Testament, they don't really have the concept of membership the way that we've understand it. Most of our concept of membership is primarily things that we've kind of developed in the history of the church and through culture. You know, were people a part of fellowships? Did they attend groups and be hanging out with other believers? Of course, that's always happened. But the formalized understanding of membership has not always been there. You know, one of my great stories about, the great story of the Bible is about the thief on the cross. You know, he looked over at Jesus and he put his trust in him. He said, "Lord, will you remember me when you come into your kingdom?" And the Lord looked at him in Luke 23 and said, "Today you'll be with me in paradise." You know, the wonderful thing is that all of our lives are built on grace. That thief on the cross wasn't baptized. He wasn't an elder. He hadn't served in a church. He was never a member. But because of the simple grace of God, he went to be with the Lord Jesus that day. So I think the first thing we must say is you do not have to be a member of a church to be a Christian or go to heaven. That gracious understanding needs to be there. But I think the second thing we need to say is that being part of a body, and yes, occasionally joining and being a part of a membership as the Lord leads us, is not good for God, it's good for us. The reason membership is helpful because it helps us be accountable in our Christian life and growth. It's not something we're doing to buy off the Lord or to gain points with others. It's something that helps us be the person we need to be. The Bible's very clear that we shouldn't forsake that assembling or connecting with one another, yes, even in membership. So I want to encourage all of you to know, first of all, the grace of God is always there for you freely, not to be a member of a church, to be a believer, but also to recognize the importance of how membership and being a part of a local body can keep us accountable, help us to grow, and be the kind of disciple that has a commitment and a dedication to the Lord's call in our life. May the Lord show us that distinction and call us forward into His body in a wonderful way.